Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fluent English Academy.
Hi, everyone. We're really happy you're here with us today.
By the way, my name's John,
And I'm Mary.
and wherever you're listening from right now, maybe from your home, maybe while you're driving, or maybe you're just relaxing with a cup of tea, welcome. We're really glad you're here.
Yes, thank you for spending a little time with us.
Mary, can I ask you something?
That sounds dangerous. Go ahead.
Okay, tell me honestly, if you suddenly won $1 million, what would you do first?
Oh, wow. Easy. I would travel everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yes, I would visit Italy, Japan, maybe Spain, and honestly, I would eat a lot of good food.
That sounds like a very good plan.
And what about you? What would you do if you won $1 million?
I think I would sleep for 2 weeks.
That's the most honest answer I've heard today.
But wait a second, Mary, did you notice something?
What?
You used the word would many times just now.
Really?
Yes, you said I would travel, I would visit, I would eat.
Oh, wow, you're right. I didn't even notice that.
Exactly, you were speaking naturally.
Yes, I wasn't thinking about grammar at all.
And that's the interesting thing. In real conversations, people use the word would all the time.
But many English learners feel confused about it.
Yes, some learners don't know when to use it.
And some people are even afraid to use it.
So today, we're going to make it simple.
Yes, today we'll show you how to use would in real-life English.
No complicated rules.
Just real situations and natural examples.
All right, Mary, let's start with one of the most common ways people use would in everyday conversations.
Yes, and this one is very useful in daily life.
Exactly. People often use would when they want to sound more polite.
Right, because sometimes English can sound a little direct.
Let me show you a quick example. Imagine you go to a cafe and you say, "Give me a coffee."
That sounds a little strong.
Yes, it's understandable, but it doesn't sound very friendly.
So instead, most people say something like, I would like a coffee.
Exactly. Suddenly, it sounds much more polite.
Yes, much nicer.
Let's try another situation. Imagine you're sitting in a room and the window is open. It's cold.
Okay.
You could say, "Close the window."
That sounds like an order.
Exactly. But if you say, "Would you close the window?" it sounds much better.
Yes, because now it feels like a request, not a command.
Right. And we use this all the time in everyday conversations.
For example, you might say, would you help me with this?
Or, "Would you open the door?"
Or even, would you wait for a minute?
And notice something interesting here.
What's that?
When we use would, the sentence feels softer and more respectful.
Yes, it shows that you're being polite.
And this is something many English learners forget,
Sometimes learners say things like, give me water.
which sounds a little too direct.
But if they say, would you give me some water? It immediately sounds more natural.
Exactly. Small change, big difference.
And the good thing is, this structure is actually very easy to use.
Yes, you just start with "would you,"
And then add the action.
like "would you help me?"
Or would you show me?
Or "would you explain this?"
And suddenly your English sounds much more polite.
But that's not the only way we use would.
Yes, there's another very common situation where people use it all the time.
Especially when they talk about things they want or prefer.
Yes, this happens a lot in everyday conversations.
For example, when you're in a restaurant.
Exactly. Instead of saying, I want coffee, people usually say, I would like a coffee.
Right, because "I want" can sometimes sound a little strong.
But I would like sounds more polite and natural.
Let's imagine a small situation.
Okay.
You go to a cafe and the waiter asks, "What would you like?"
And you might say, I would like a cappuccino.
Or maybe "I would like some tea."
Yes, very simple and very common.
And people also use would when they talk about what they prefer.
For example, you could say, I would rather stay home tonight.
That's a good one.
Or I would rather watch a movie.
Let me ask you something, Mary.
All right.
It's Friday night, you're tired after a long day. What would you rather do? Go out with friends or stay home?
Oh, that's easy. I would rather stay home, watch a movie, and eat something nice.
Honestly, that sounds like a perfect night.
And what about you, John?
I think I would rather go out, meet some friends, and maybe have dinner together.
So you see, both answers are different, but we used the same structure.
Exactly. I would rather helps us talk about our preferences.
And people use it naturally all the time.
But there is another situation where would becomes really interesting,
Yes, this is when we start imagining things.
like situations that are not real right now, but possible.
For example, questions like, what would you do if something happened?
And that's where things can get fun.
Yes, because now we start imagining things.
Exactly. We use would when we talk about situations that are not real right now.
For example, someone might ask, what would you do if you won the lottery?
Ah, the famous lottery question.
Yes, everyone loves that question.
All right, Mary, let's ask it again. What would you do if you won the lottery?
First, I would call my family.
Good start.
Then I would travel to a few countries.
Which countries?
Maybe Italy, maybe Thailand, and honestly, I would try a lot of different food.
Food is always part of the plan.
Of course, and maybe I would buy a small house near the ocean.
That actually sounds very peaceful.
What about you, John? What would you do if you won the lottery?
I think I would open a small cafe.
Really?
Yes, a quiet place where people would come, drink coffee, read books, and relax.
That actually sounds very nice.
And notice something again.
What?
When we talk about these imaginary situations, we keep using would.
Yes, because we're talking about things that are possible but not real right now.
Exactly. It's like we're describing our dreams or ideas.
And English learners often enjoy this part because it feels like a game.
Yes, you can ask your friends questions like, what would you do if you lived in another country?
Or where would you go if you could travel anywhere?
Or even, what would you buy if you had $1 million?
These questions are actually great for practicing English.
But before we finish today's episode, there are a few common mistakes learners make when using would.
Yes, and some of these mistakes are very common, so let's talk about them quickly.
One mistake we often hear is when learners add an extra word after would.
Oh yes, I've heard this many times.
For example, someone might say, I would to go there.
That sounds a little strange.
Yes, because after would, we use the base form of the verb.
So instead of saying I would to go, we should say I would go.
Exactly. Very simple.
Another mistake happens when people make requests.
Right. Sometimes learners say something like, would like you help me?
Which sounds confusing.
Yes, the natural sentence is, would you help me?
That small change makes the sentence clear and natural.
There's also another mistake when people talk about imaginary situations.
Yes, especially with if sentences.
Some learners say, if I would have money, I would travel.
But the natural sentence is, if I had money, I would travel.
Exactly.
So the pattern is simple.
First, we say, if I had.
And then, I would.
For example, if I had more time, I would learn another language.
Or, if I had a beach house, I would swim every morning.
That sounds like a very nice life.
Yes, it does.
So today we talked about a few very common ways to use would.
We saw how it helps us make polite requests.
We used it to talk about things we want or prefer.
And we also used it to imagine different situations.
And the good news is, once you start noticing it, you will hear would everywhere in English conversations.
Exactly. And the more you use it, the more natural your English will sound.
All right, everyone, before we finish, we have a small challenge for you.
Yes, we want you to try something after this episode.
Write one sentence using would,
Maybe something like, I would travel to Japan.
or I would like a cup of coffee.
Or even, I would learn 3 languages.
Write your sentence and share it with us.
And also tell us where you're listening from.
Thank you for spending time with us here at Fluent English Academy.
We really enjoyed talking with you today.
And remember, learning English doesn't have to be perfect.
It just needs to be natural and confident.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.